low-income and fixed-income beneficiaries for Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, and RRP, fourth stimulus check updates with rights. And I have all the details for you in this video. We are doing anything we personally can make sure that you are staying current with everything going on with all of these updates that continue happening every single day. All of these changes that are coming down as a result of all of these massive multi-trillion-dollar packages, proposals, amendments, announcements, provisions, and reform, and everything else that is personally happening. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I truly do appreciate it, and I'm very much committed to you and his community as whole, and making sure that we are getting as much money benefits and anything else we can personally get our hand on right now during this really tough time. So right here on the channel, we are continue to do everything that we personally can to get additional relief for low-income and fixed-income beneficiaries, especially anybody right here in the community, as well as anybody else out there receiving all these benefits, or low-income individuals who maybe have not discovered this community yet. But we absolutely want to do what we can to reach out for anybody or look out for anybody out right now. Especially the current environment that we are living at right here, right now, it seems to be increasingly confusing between everything progressive at the rates that is right now that Congress/everybody else has not stepped up. We are in the little bit of situation right now. Maybe we should probably do something. We have heard a couple of representatives coming out and actually discussed introducing another COVID relief bill, otherwise known as stimulus package. However, as of these reports, maybe about a week and a half ago, since I heard that initial information about that, I haven't really seen a whole lot about come out. However, once again, as we do get more information, of course, I keep you posted on that because they've been talking about a new stimulus package, and considering everything going on right now, you got to think that they got to urgently and practically be moving around trying to get no stimulus package issues as quickly as possible. But maybe that's not the case, or maybe they don't want to work just as quickly as we are anticipating them to do so. However, according to my research and everything that we have been talking about here over the last couple of weeks here, according to what I've been finding, it looks like there are about $500 billion. It is still sitting on the books as far as what was approved with the previous stimulus packages, but yet has not been sent out or spent. It's been allocated, it's been appropriated, but it has not been actually sent out and actually spent on all of these COVID relief bills or whatever COVID project or whatever they happen to spend the money on. It just is sitting in there. So $500 billion has been approved, but yet it has not been sent out to actually help out with everything going on right now. However, that's what leads us to actually this document and what I want to discuss a little bit further. So according to actually even one report that I saw, they're saying that there are probably estimates of even up to $800 billion sitting here on books that has been spent yet. Now, I will only see that in one report. I have not seen any substantial evidence backing that up. However, I have received in a number of different reports $500 billion still sitting here. And like I mentioned in previous videos, of this I take to peel off $100 billion of that $500 billion and to spend it out 50 million beneficiaries and $2,000 stimulus check. That's all it could take $100 billion. So basically, what we are doing is we are reaching out to Congress asking them. So we are reaching out to Congress and asking them, please approve $100 billion of that money to be sent out in the form of the stimulus check. The 15 million most vulnerable and high-risk rate individuals who are low-income and fixed-income individuals have all the benefits I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So that's what we're asking to do, issued $100 billion of the $500 billion that's already sitting here in the form of the $2,000 stimulus check, which bring us to this right here. And realistically, it could probably be many weeks from now, possibly even a couple months from now, by the time they could actually possibility even reach them. Therefore, we are going to doing this once again, electronically sending this out, email and these phone numbers on some websites where you just dropped it into the parts where they said, hey, what's your message? These things like this. I'll essentially start this later out by saying attention, urgent message. So, in other words, reaching out these lawmakers saying, we have got 1 minute, just read through this and just do what you can. So we're trying to do something a little bit different here, maybe trying a little bit of different approach. Previously, we've been reaching out saying, we are coming from this community, can you help us out? But realistically, that's not really getting their attention. And then you can see actually what I'm going to be writing here. But essentially, this is going to be going out right away to these lawmakers. There are prominent and influential lawmakers as well as the president. Anybody else we can get that personally read this information. We just want to separate our wide net and try to get this out to many people as possible. So ultimately, maybe we can impact them, maybe we can influence them to get out additional stimulus check, and ultimately impact them in any way that we personally can, as well as support the effort of all these other advocacy groups like Senior Citizen League, like I just mentioned. I pretty much summarized that later a little bit right here. In the first part, I read this. That's some of the rest of later. It's exactly what we are going to be doing here, but otherwise, this is going to go out pretty much right away. Attention, this is urgent. Please take a minute to read important note. Community of over 330,000 struggling Americans who are sick and tired of struggling every month. We are joining together in this letter to reach out an effort to negotiate with you a survival check focused on low-income and fixed-income Americans with their income under $40,000 per year. Most of us are living on a small monthly benefit from the Social Security, SSDI, SSI, VA, and RRP, and our monthly benefits are simply not cutting it anymore. We need short-term relief until the long-term solution can be put into place or until prices come down and everyday necessities. According to our research, it appears that this is still $500 billion in used stimulus money from previous stimulus packages. According to our calculations, It could only take $100 billion of that to send to most vulnerable and highest rate Americans have the $2,000 survival check. And we have been asking for months. You have a power and ability to provide life-changing relief to a million of Americans. Thank you for your consideration. We're looking forward to official announcement.